Hey, what's happening YouTube, VC community? It's me, your boy, Daryl, the Washington 607, and I'm back again. This is my music collection, and this will be number 5. Hope you guys are doing well today. So let's get started. First up, I'm going to start with a little Humble Pie performance, Rockin' the Fillmore, recorded live, of course. Great CD, a lot of rock, a lot of blues, a lot of everything. This is an excellent CD, Humble Pie, Rockin' the Fillmore. Up next, this is King Curtis, Memphis Soul Stew. Reminds me of Final Jim and the Misses. I'll send that one out to them. This is a great CD. I don't have a lot of King Curtis. This is actually my first one. A friend of mine pointed this out to me. This is such a great CD. I love it. Up next, we have Pulse, The Planets, Andre Previn, and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. I love this CD. It's a great classical CD. Big Andre Previn fan. Voice, The Planets. Up next, this is Madeleine Perot, Standing on the Rooftop. She's a great singer. She reminds me a little bit of an early version of Billie Holiday, if you ever hear her voice. Because actually, when I heard her first CD, it was called Dreamland. I thought she was black because she sounded like Billie Holiday. Stuff. But when I said, "Oh my God, look at it! This young woman actually sings like that." But she's a fantastic singer, Madeleine Perot. Up next, we have the Tedeschi Trucks Band, Revelator. This is Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks. They're also husband and wife. They do their own thing. This is the first time they've done a full length album together. It's very rocky, bluesy, soulful. Susan Tedeschi has one of the best voices out there. But definitely have to get this Tedeschi's Trucks Band. Up next, this is Red Hot plus Rio number 2. This is a compilation of a lot of today's artists doing Brazilian songs. Some of the people they have is Beck, Barut, Quintano Veloso, David Byrne is also on here, of Montreal. So it's a 2 CD set, but it's very good. Red Hot plus Rio 2. Up next, I showed something about her earlier. This is the latest by singer Diane Shaw, The Gathering. I love her voice. Great jazz singer, great piano player also. You guys definitely should have something by her in your collection. Up next, we have Jack McDuff and Joey DeFrancesco. It's About Time. That's just a great picture, isn't it? I love that picture. Two great musicians there, just playing on the B Hammond organ on the Concord label. Definitely. Jack McDuff, Joey DeFrancesco. Up next, we have Toots and the Maytals. This is like a small compilation of stuff. I have some individual CDs by them, but this is the one that's a great picture back there, right? Right, guy? Toots and the Maytals. Up next, I have Mr. Warren Hayes, Man in Motion. This is his latest solo work. Of course, he plays with the Allman Brothers and Government Mule. I love Warren Hayes. I've seen him perform so many times. He never disappoints, even when he's playing. So definitely. Up next, this is Miss Josh Stone, LP1. I love Josh Stone, very soulful voice. Reminds me a little bit of Adele and stuff, but she has a great soulful voice. So definitely she have some stuff. Definitely pick up her first 2 CDs if you guys ever research her, Josh Stone. Up next, self-titled Buffalo Springfield. I don't need to say enough about Buffalo Springfield, do I? For what it's worth, I don't. Buffalo Springfield. Up next, one and only Miss Dolly Parton, Jolene, and also it has I Will Always Love You, which of course we always think of the late Miss Whitney Houston, but this is a great CD. I love Dolly Parton and stuff. Everybody should have at least some Dolly in their collection, but definitely this one, Jolene. Up next, this is Thievery Corporation, Cultural Fear. I love Thievery Corporation, great DJs, musicians. I believe this came out just last year. A lot of electronic dance, very good, Thievery Corporation. Next up, we have Miss Gillian Welch, The Harrow and the Harvest. Great acoustic artist. I love Gillian Welch. She's a great singer-songwriter. So definitely, get Gillian Welch. Okay, guys. Oops. Hold on a second, guys. I want my stuff to fall there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Next up, this is Clara Haskell, Mozart, Piano Concerto, and Bach Concerto for two pianos in C major. Great CD. A friend of mine recommended this to me. He actually works in the classical department, and at record store that I go, he always picks stuff out for me. So great, Clara Haskell. This is interesting. This is the Kendo Lee brothers sextet. They were mostly like brothers who did like a lot of swing, kind of early swing, kind of jazz music and stuff. So I had never heard of them. A friend of mine recommended this to me. It's really good old swing jazz stuff. The Kendo Lee brothers sextet. It was a lot of tracks on there, and I love this label, the Lawn Hill Jazz label. They always do great stuff. But definitely pick this up. And of course, the one and only old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra in the Wee Small Hours, one of his best albums that I love. This is one of my top ones by Frank Sinatra. Definitely. I'm sure a lot of you guys have that in your collection. Up next, this is Susana Baca. I don't know if you guys know her. She's a Peruvian singer. This is her latest, I'm going to try and say it, Afro Diaspora. Mostly she sings in a native Peruvian language. I've seen her perform live. She always performs with no shoes on her feet. She was on stage for like 2.5 hours with no shoes on. So, but I love her voice. She has a really nice, smooth, velvety kind of voice. Very soothing. So, Susana Baca. Up next, this is Ileana Years. This is her latest. She's a piano player, and she's also married to Randy Brecker of the Brecker Brothers. This is her latest CD entitled Light My Fire. And I just like her voice, and she's also an excellent piano player. She has a great picture of her back there, right? Oh, I definitely picked this up, Ileana Years. Oh, to my surprise, we have another Ileana Years, Illusions. I think this is like I think it's the first or second CD. This was recorded in '86 stuff, but I love the lineup she has on here. Stanley Clarke, Al Foster, Steve Gadd, Eddie Gomez, Toot Stillman, and Lenny White. You can't go wrong, guys, with a lineup like that. Ileana Years, definitely. Up next, Frank Sinatra and Count Basie. These are the complete reprise studio recordings. They just released this like last year. They remastered and put all the recordings that they did together. So anyone who loves Frank and Count, you definitely have to have this in your collection. Up next, we have Mr. Dave Valentine, Pure Imaginations. This was released last year. And Dave doesn't put out a lot of stuff that much anymore. It's always such a big gap. So I was very happy to pick up this CD. It's very good. There's great versions of Smile, When Sunny Gets Blue, and also Pure Imagination. So definitely Mr. Dave Valentine. This is a Latin jazz player named Miguel Xenon. This is the Puerto Rican songbook. I'm not sure if any of you guys are familiar with him. He's a great saxophone player. One of the best I've heard in a very long time. Plays a lot of good Latin jazz, traditional Latin jazz. So definitely pick up Miguel Xenon. You won't be disappointed. Up next, this is a CD I found. Phil Woods and Tom Harrell. Great. This is a great CD. I never saw this CD before. I just found it, I guess you guys do crate digging. I do CD digging when I go to the independent small little record stores. But this is a great CD. You only pay like $2 for it. So definitely Phil Woods, Tom Harrell. Up next, this is Mr. Dori Caymmi. Cinema, A Romantic Vision. I found this in a small record store also. Great Brazilian guitar player. And he does a lot of version of movie songs. I Believe I Can Fly. What else? He also does the James Bond theme, My Favorite Things. So this is really great CD, Mr. Dori Caymmi. Also, this is the trombone player by the name of Vic Dickinson. I've never heard of him before. This is the only CD that I could find by him. A lot of his stuff is out of print. A friend of mine turned me on to this. This was recorded, I believe, in '53 and '54. So you guys know jazz back then was really jumping. So that's the kind of music that he does and stuff. But he's a great trombone player, and I love that picture of him sitting on the stool there taking a smoke. So Mr. Vic Dickinson. Last but not least, who is that? Oh, we've got the Romeros. Rodrigo reminds me of Blake. I remember when Blake did a video about the Romeros. So definitely beautiful, soothing stuff. One of the best out there. Definitely. A friend of mine that works in the store, works in the classical section, turned me on to this. I saw it. He said, "You have to pick this up. You won't be disappointed." And you're right, I wasn't. Right? So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I thank you for watching. Please subscribe below. Leave me comments. And in parting, I wish you love, peace, soul. Good day, VC community. Take care of yourself, guys. Until next time.